It was just another slap of the face and another heartbreak.
A South Bay doctor is sentenced to 3 years in prison for a patient's death from a botched plastic surgery, still able to see patients in a different state. Dr. Carlos Chacon was released last month after serving just half his sentence. Team 10 has been covering this case since 2018. As investigative reporter Austin Grabish tells us, while Chacon can no longer practice medicine in California, he still has a valid medical license in Arizona.
I don't feel that Megan has gotten justice. A year and a half for taking her life, a year and a half, and he's back with his family.
Judy Gorsey says it was a gut punch to learn her daughter's doctor had been let out of prison. Carlos Chacon was released in March on parole after spending roughly a year and a half behind bars. Now, Team 10 has learned the doctor is legally allowed to work in Arizona.
Really appreciate Team 10 finding out this information and pursuing it and investigating it.
Chacon was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 2024 after pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter for his role in Megan Espinosa's death. The mother of two died after going under the knife for a breast augmentation at Chacon's Divino Plastic Surgery Center in Bonita.
I can't undo what happened, and it haunts me daily. She trusted me with her care, and I failed her.
Chacon hired a nurse with no training in anesthesia who gave Megan a fatal dose of drugs, including fentanyl and ketamine.
You left your struggling and dying patient multiple times.
According to court testimony, instead of calling 911 after Megan's heart stopped, Chacon and his nurse left the 36-year-old dying on the operating room table for more than 3 hours.
The audacity that you could provide, that you could think that you could provide anesthesia by creating a chart when you had no training in the field is mind-boggling.
Chacon has a lifetime ban preventing him from practicing medicine in California, but Team 10 has confirmed that order does not apply to other states like Arizona, where Chacon has had a medical license since 2008.
I was shocked because I had been assured that when he surrendered his license in California, he had also surrendered it in Arizona, that there was some kind of reciprocity.
The Arizona Medical Board told Team 10 Chacon's license is active and he can see patients with some restrictions. Those include not doing surgery without a licensed anesthesiologist or a nurse anesthetist. Chacon is also banned from directing unlicensed staff from giving anesthesia.
The state medical boards need to do a better job in reviewing who they give licenses to, especially if they come from another state.
Patient safety advocate Marion Hollingsworth thinks medical boards too often turn a blind eye to doctor misconduct that's happened outside of their state. Take Dr. Samar Kabani, for example. Last year, Team 10 revealed the doctor who was accused of sexual misconduct in California moved to Florida, where his license was listed in good standing. And in 2023, I reported that Escondido doctor Amer Hajir, who admitted to installing a hidden camera in a hospital restroom, was working in Florida after losing his California medical license.
If they get in trouble in one state, frequently, even before they're disciplined, they can go to a different state. And if there's no history of any discipline, they don't have to, they don't have to say it if they haven't been disciplined. And they can be practicing someplace else.
What's your message to the Arizona Medical Board?
What are you doing letting him practice? Take a look at what he did in California. There's plenty of evidence, plenty of legal evidence, plenty of testimony.
Arizona Medical Board Executive Director Raquel Rivera responded to the criticism. In a statement, she said that Arizona law does not provide for the automatic revocation of a physician's license based solely on disciplinary action, surrender, or revocation in another state. She said this process is designed to ensure due process while also protecting the public.
Hi there, it's Austin Grabish calling with ABC 10. I'm looking for Carlos Chacon.
I tried calling and emailing Chacon to ask him if he plans to work in Arizona. I didn't get a response. The California Medical Board says after Chacon surrendered his license, the agency reported the doctor to the Federation of State Medical Boards. But the medical board told us it has no jurisdiction outside of California and says it's up to each state to decide which doctors are allowed to be licensed. Austin Grabish, Team 10.
In a statement, the DA's office told Team 10 this was a complex and gut-wrenching case. While we don't have authority over licensing in another state, we do not believe anyone convicted of homicide in the line of his medical profession should be able to practice medicine anywhere in the country.